What's going on, Thunder fans? Welcome back to the Bring the Thunder podcast. I'm here with Jack. Thunder take home a dominant victory in Sacramento. First game of the NBA Cup for OKC, 132 to 101, behind Isaiah Hartenstein's 33 points, 19 rebounds, and 3 blocks. I don't think any of us could have saw that coming. AJ Mitchell, 18, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists. Fantastic night from him. Shea goes for 30 in 29 minutes. Nothing's new there. Kaysen, big time shooting night, 6 of 8 from the field, 3 threes, 15 points, and then Chet with 10, and then Isaiah Joe off the bench with 14. He continues to be absolutely great, dominant off the bench. For the Kings, Westbrook goes for 24, 6, and 9, hit 5 threes. He looked very good again. Although, come on, Russ, you can't be taking out our players at the end of the game there with AJ Mitchell. DeRozan followed that up with 18, but that being said, I mean, Jack, this game was just pretty much a wash. The Thunder lost the first quarter after the Kings got hot midway through the first quarter, and ever since then, I mean, this was OKC all the way, and it feels really good to get back in that win column, especially in this type of fashion.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give this team more than a day's rest and let them play basketball. Like, it doesn't matter who's on the court because we still had so many injuries and smashed these guys. Our only losses off the back-to-back, and yeah, that's what happens when you let the team rest. So don't let them rest because this is scary. And with all that going on with Hartenstein, Shea, 30 points, AJ Mitchell, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists. He continues his tear. 6 Man of the Year campaign. I think he's a real candidate for that. But what a game. Like, this was one of those fun blowouts. Normally blowouts can get pretty boring and you're just sitting there because it's bad basketball, but this was good fun. And yeah, just waiting to get on the live. But this is great basketball, and NBA Cup first win. Great point differential for the standings as well. So couldn't have asked for more. And yeah.
Absolutely. I do want to highlight one thing. In the preview, Gabe, Xavier, and I all said Kings plus 11.5, but we said OKC money line, of course. Apologies here, we were all wrong. We thought we would dominate the paint, but we didn't think it would be that like we didn't see Hartenstein going to score 33. Joseph in the comments goes, iHeart might end up with 35 and 20. Him and Ooze split back, and Ooze didn't get the points either. So there's still 2 points, I guess, out there waiting to be on the box score. I think that's why Hartenstein got 33, but I could be wrong there. But yeah, that's just an absolute blowout. I do want to highlight Chet Holmgren right now. He only had 10 points and 7 rebounds. He added a block. But there's a reason why this team plays so much better when Chet's on the floor. You could see the difference between the Portland game and then now today. And then also Alex Caruso was out there, played 22 minutes. Those two guys, when they're on the floor and they're playing for OKC, it's like a 90% win rate at this point. Like, those aren't every night box score type of guys, but they affect the games in so many ways for OKC. And I kind of forgot about that after the Portland game. That's why we all said Kings plus 11.5 were still injured. But I guess when you get those two guys back, they are so huge game changers. And that's where you kind of saw the blowout happen tonight between those two.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Ousmane Dieng tonight?
Yeah.
He got 17 minutes.
Yeah, so we'll get right into the Ooze talk, I guess, here. Ooze had 17 minutes, 3 points, 1 for 5, 1 for 3 from 3. His minutes have been hard to watch so far this year, and it's honestly disappointing because we know who he is at this point, but even last year at the start of the year, he looked pretty decent, especially behind the arc from 3. But he's kind of looked lost out there. Hopefully we could get Wiggins back, Dort back, and obviously we're still waiting on J-Dub. Because Ooze and Barnheiser and Youngblood, they all need to be sitting until the end of the game. Like last year, when we reached the end of the game, we had guys like Dylan Jones come in, and Dylan Jones was a guy that we were able to pick on, not in a mean way, but he would come in, and it was like, why is he in the game? And that's kind of what Ooze is right now, unfortunately.
Yeah. It does suck. But I guess he's not bad as a 15th man when we're fully healthy. So
Right, right. It's not like the worst, but it's not ideal to be having him, like in these games, like especially in that Portland game. It was a pretty rough look. Um, but yeah, funny Jack, when we were doing the preview, Shay's line, we were talking about his points line. It was 32 and a half. Right when we started
Mhm.
talking about it, it was 31 and a half. Then as we continued to talk about it, it dropped to 30 and a half. Then it went back up to 31 and a half. We were like, what is going on? I got to give it to Gabe. Gabe said on the dot, Shay's going to hit 30. Like right at the
Shout
dot.
out, Gabe.
I guess Gabe knew, like, he just knows these
Mm.
things. And I guess the book knew that, he was only going to be playing 3 quarters again because 30 points in 29 minutes, super efficient. Started off a little rocky like he was in the Portland game, but then ended up, that was just a joke. He was wonderful tonight. It looks like himself, and I'm watching these games, and I'm just waiting for J Dub to get back. I'm just waiting to see the full roster of this year. I think we're going to be so dominant. We look so great already, and the
Mhm.
Kings were hitting their shots early tonight too. Like Westbrook 5 threes, Monk started off 3 for 3. DeRozan had 4 threes. Levine started off 2 for 2. Um, and it just shows the poise in this team, even without Dort and Dub, and I literally just can't wait. I'm like seething.
Yeah, it'll be so good. One stat I wanted to bring up tonight was points in the paint. Sacramento had 34. Oklahoma had 60, which is it. I mean, they need Sabonis back because that is insane. Drew Eubanks just isn't there defensively, even though he decided for about 5 minutes that he wanted to turn into Shaq. But
Mhm. Well, that's another
16
thing
points.
though. That's another thing though. Like we've been that dominant in the paint all year. Like we destroyed the
Hmm.
Clippers, and it's just wonderful. Like the big to big alley oop and the big to big pick and roll between Chet and Hartenstein has been super effective to start the year. It looks like their chemistry is through the charts right now, and we're just clicking absolutely everywhere. And I need J Dub
Yeah,
back in this lineup.
and I want to build on that of the point of all our points are coming from the paint because when we get in the paint so heavy, then it opens up the 3-point shooters and we can finally shoot, which means we're just unguardable. 37% from three today, which is refreshing after a couple sub 30% games. But when we're hitting
Uh,
shots, then it just opens up the paint even more. And yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
next level.
Yeah, a few guys to mention with that. AJ goes 2 for 2, but he's been pretty solid beyond the arc. But Casey Wallace 3 for 4 is huge from deep. And Isaiah Joe 3 for 6 is also great from deep. Isaiah Joe's attacking the
Hmm.
basket too, trying to dunk on people. Like he's looking so great for us. I'm
Yeah.
going to touch on a few
And
comments here in the Instagram chat real quick.
yeah.
Um, we got someone saying he didn't watch the game. How did iHeart go off like that? Do you want to give him a quick summary of what kind of happened? Because it all
Um,
happened pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, well, I guess when Maxime Reynaud and Drew Eubanks are your primary interior defenders, you can punish it with double bigs pretty easy. But I think AJ Mitchell and Shea did a great job of finding Hart, and obviously Hart was incredibly efficient, 14 for 17 from the field, and one of those was like a no look shot, so basically 14 for 16. But he just dominated, like it was just his night, I guess. But yeah, impressive performance from him.
Yeah, we got a stat here from Thunder PR. Hartenstein finished with 33 points, 14 of 17 field goals tonight, 19 boards and 3 blocks. He became the 9th player in NBA history with 33 points, 19 rebounds, and 3+ blocks while shooting 80% or better from the field. We love those type of crazy stats, those super specific stats, but it's always nice when
Yeah.
you have them. I guess I want to
Mhm.
transition to, because this game was kind of a wash, OKC. They got to find a way to keep Hartenstein. They do at this point. Like the way he's playing, they got to find a way. Thoughts
Yeah.
on like how we can and why should we? Because I think it's pretty obvious.
I guess my immediate thought goes towards Lou Dort and Alex Caruso, who take up a little bit of our salary cap. So I guess we might have to drop one of those, but I'm sure Hartenstein, especially if we win this year, I'm pretty confident that he would sign back on a team-friendly deal. I mean, he'd still take more than most people, but I think it'll be a great deal for us, and I think that's the only way we can keep him. But yeah, maybe moving some pieces, I guess.
Yep.
Who knows though? But
There's
as it's
also
looking like we'll have, I saw a post the other day which we have the possibility of having, I think, 3 or 4 lottery picks or like first round picks next year. So who knows? I mean, it's a great problem to have, having all these picks and all this apart from cap space. But I guess Sam Presti will make it work.
Yeah, trust in Sam. We know he's going to make it work. We know he's going to make the right decisions. But Sam, please get this guy back on the roster because he's just there's a reason why we won the championship last year, and he has a big reason to deal with that. Another stat, real quick, that I think is very important for OKC. Outside of this game, that's 4 of the last 5 games that Shea hasn't played in the fourth quarter. I think that's great because obviously he's been having to deal with a lot of the ball handling outside of AJ Mitchell. He's been playing some steep minutes, 37 minutes against Portland. We went to 2 double overtime games early in this year. He looked tired against Portland. So for him to not be playing in these fourth quarters, 4 out of the last 5, especially with all the injuries, it's super important right now because we're still waiting on our guys to get back.
Yeah. It's great to see.
Um,
And Aaron Wiggins, we solved the mystery. Left adductor strain, which is, makes sense because I would have been rioting if he had just been taken off. But
did he get a timeline on that?
I believe it's either day to day or within a week, I think.
All right, so not bad.
Or at least a reevaluation, but yeah, nothing too major, which is good.
So I guess with that being said, it is time for our favorite segment of the night. Of course, it's what the hell is Jack wearing? And when I say that is every night after a win, Jack wears a Thunder jersey. All time, he doesn't tell the panel who he's wearing, so clearly it's just me tonight. If you guys are locked and loaded in the comments, you could guess what type of jersey Jack is wearing. Clearly, we see he has the black alternates, probably from last year.
Yep.
So what he's done the last few times is kind of like wear the player of the game's jersey, and I went with Hartenstein the other night, and I want to stick with my gut here that he did go with Hartenstein again, just because that's also a new jersey from last year, and Hartenstein was a first-year player on last year's team. I don't think he has an Alex Caruso jersey, and we got Unk in the chat. What up, Unk? He said Wiggins. He got Wiggins in there. From my knowledge,
well.
Jack does have a Wiggins jersey, but I don't think it's the black one. I'm
going to
go
analysis going into this.
There is, because I really want to get it right. It's been like 3 straight games.
Yeah, you haven't got it yet. Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Isaiah Hartenstein tonight.
We break the curse. You're right, Joe.
Yes.
Finally.
There we go. Okay. Perfect.
Only took 10 games, but we got
it. We're here. We started the streak today, and well-deserved. I mean, just a career night for the guy. I really couldn't believe it. Like, it was just so easy, too. So easy. And he looked really, really in control of himself tonight as well.
Yeah, and I think after this game, I might be purchasing another Isaiah Hartenstein jersey. Because
I think after this game, I'm gonna email Sam Presti in the front office directly and just you have to keep this guy. You have to keep him. You have to go into the first apron if you have to. He's got to stay. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
He does have a very young child, so maybe they want to raise the child in Oklahoma.
Hopefully, we could hope so. And then one last player to really hone on from tonight's game. This is a different version of Isaiah Joe. We know I've been saying this. We've known him to be an outstanding player for the OKC Thunder in the regular season, especially little inconsistent. That's something you bring up a lot. He's been super consistent since he's gotten back. He looks like he's put on some size, and he looks extremely confident in what he's doing on the basketball court. Just touch on him and what he's meant to us since his return.
Yeah, he's been insane. And I remember the whole of last year, I was just thinking to myself, this guy, one game, he'll go for 20, shoot efficiently, and then the next he'll go 0 for 8 from 3. and it was just too hard to play him, and you just never knew what you're going to get. But this year he's just being consistent. Like he's at that level and he's staying there the whole time, and it's so good for this team. Like he's what the 9th man, 10th man, and he's playing like this. Like it just shows how deep we are, and he's just stepped up, and I hope he continues it because yeah, it's just so fundamental to this team having him play this well.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious to me. OKC, um, it could even be more, but right now they have 3 players that could easily be the 6th man of the year with the way Isaiah's been playing, Joe, of course, with the way that AJ Mitchell's playing. He's the favorite already. And then Aaron Wiggins, I
Mhm.
think, has been absolutely fantastic too. I know he picked up the injury, but he'll get back. And then, like I've been saying, when J Dub and Dort get back, Cason Wallace goes to the bench. And then obviously we still have Alex Caruso and Jalen Williams. I do want to touch on Jalen Williams one last time here, and hopefully this trend doesn't continue. He went 2 for 7 from deep tonight. He didn't look comfortable at all. He went like all the shots came from behind the arc. 6 points, 3 rebounds. I'm not loving what I'm seeing out of J Will, but we know who he is as a player. We know how much he means to his locker room, and I think his
Yeah.
shooting will get better, but it's gonna have to start turning that corner soon because it's been pretty rough from 3 for him to start the year.
Yeah, I think it's all a mental game at the moment. But the one thing that concerns me is he's coming in and only shooting 7 threes. Like he's got more to his game than that. I mean, he had 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 block. I think his defense is still being consistent, and he's like a good character, so you won't see it. He's still celebrating after the game. He's not individual, so he'll hopefully fight through it with the help of his teammates. But I feel like maybe we're using him wrong if he's coming into the game going 2 for 7. Like that almost feels like we're plugging in a shooter off the bench. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that, but
And then a couple more comments in the Instagram chat. Guys, if you're in the Instagram chat, come over to YouTube. We prioritize the YouTube comments more than the Instagram. But somebody had a Kings question. He said, should Russ start over Schroeder? Yeah, I think absolutely right now. He's been so great for them. He's probably been their best player outside of Sabonis in the last few games. I think Schroeder has looked pretty horrific, especially tonight. So I think Russ is definitely their starter going forward.
it's great to see that as well because some people are saying he should retire, he should be out of the league, and he's their best player. So
Yeah. All right. Let's look forward here. OKC gets another day off tomorrow. Thank the Lord. And then they get back. Well, actually, they have another game on the road. They're going to Memphis, where we have pretty much dominated them in Memphis. Quickly before we do preview that game, if you guys are enjoying the content that we have been creating for you guys and the lives, we appreciate you guys all. We do have our premium subscriptions. If you guys want to go check those out, we have members flying through, joining us, where you get exclusive videos. You'll see it all in the description. Members only live chat, members only lives. You have a chance to join the panel weekly and come talk about one of the games that we played, and you get to come record with us and do game videos with us. So go check those out. Descriptions are all in the subscriptions down below. Back to the Memphis game. Memphis has looked absolutely horrible. Memphis is looking terrible. Ja Morant is looking miserable over there in Memphis. They're coming off a win tonight against Dallas, but everyone's been beating Dallas. Before that, they lost 4 straight to the Rockets, Pistons, Raptors, and Lakers, and 5 out of their last 6. This is a game where we should go into Memphis and easily beat up on them. Hopefully, we do the job and finally get back home because it feels like we've been on the road forever.
yeah, well, it feels like every team so far has had a chip on their shoulder when playing us. And if a team is going to have one, then it's definitely the Memphis Grizzlies. They seem to hate us after what we did last year.
Right.
So I will expect them to try extra hard, have that chip on their shoulder. But I think we can shut them out and blow them out. It shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, we'll get more into a preview on Sunday morning with that, and you guys will see that. But if you are part of the premium subscription, you could see that before everyone else does. Just putting that out there. But I guess that'll wrap up this post-game live. Very easy win, very dominant win for OKC in Sacramento, 132 to 101. Again, we appreciate everybody watching, everyone in the comments. Love you guys very much. If you are enjoying the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and go check out those premium subscriptions because we got some really cool content on the way for you guys. And as always, Thunder up, baby. Let's go.